All right, we're gonna go ahead and get things started this morning. So if you haven't already, let's go ahead and get on our yoga mat and let's stand towards the back of our mat. We're gonna start nice and easy this morning. We're just gonna take a couple really big deep breaths. We're gonna inhale deeply through our nose. We're gonna hold in at the top for about 2 seconds, and then we're gonna exhale through our mouth. So we're gonna inhale all that fresh air, and then we're gonna blow out all that nasty stale air. We're gonna do this a couple times together, so let's go ahead and just inhale deeply through our nose. And now exhale all that air out. You can add your arms to it. Let's go ahead and do that again. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Go ahead and do a couple shoulder shrugs, a couple heart openers here. Wake up that body. Lift up one more time, nice big stretch. Shake it all out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our flow. So let's go ahead and stand with our feet about hip distance apart. And we're gonna slowly forward fold and walk it out to a high plank. That way we establish our good downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and send that tailbone up and back. And we're gonna begin right here in downward facing dog. Let's make sure that we're reaching our chest to our thighs. We're sending that tailbone up and back. We're gonna hold it here for about 2 breaths. Now let's slowly lift our right foot off the ground. Doesn't have to be super high today. Let's just try to focus on pointing that toe to the back wall. Hold that right foot up. Now let's slowly step our right foot all the way up and through the middle of our hands. And we're gonna be here in a low runner lunge. Hold it here. Let's feel that nice hip opener stretch. Now let's slowly bring down our left knee to the floor. We're gonna rise up nice and slow. We're gonna have a big chest here. Let's make sure that our right knee is not going over our right toes. So if you have to scoot your foot forward a little bit more, go ahead and do that for me. So we're gonna be here. Now let's inhale our arms up. Nice big stretch. Good. Now from here, let's slowly bring our hands down to prayer hands. And we're gonna do a nice easy twist. So our right knee is out forward. We're gonna try to get our left elbow to the outside of our right knee this morning. So what this is gonna look like is we're gonna begin to twist to the right side. And let's try to get our left elbow on the outside of that right knee. If that's too much for you this morning, let's go ahead and just use our left hand. Place it on your right knee, and you can twist nice and gently this way for a modified version this morning. If your body is asking for more, let's try to get that left elbow though. And we're gonna hold it here. All right, from here, let's return back to that neutral position. And let's slowly put our hands down and frame our right foot. We're gonna leave our back knee how it is, and we're gonna do something called half splits. So let's go ahead and try to sink our hips back, and let's try to straighten out our right leg. If your body's asking for more, you can slowly lower your hips even more to your left ankle. Try to straighten out that right leg and hold it here. All right, from here we're gonna pop it back up into that low runner's lunge. So frame the outside of your right foot, pop that back leg up nice and straight. We're gonna leave our left hand down on the floor. Now let's slowly extend our right arm nice and high. Nice twist here. Looking to the right side. Make sure we're really pressing through the floor, lifting our right fingertips to the ceiling as high as we can. And let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand down. Last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and work into a pigeon. So let's bring our right foot to the outside left side of our yoga mat, and we're gonna drop our knee down to the floor. This is a little tough. If you have to bend your back leg, go ahead and bend your back leg for me, but let's try to keep that straight. I'm a little tight this morning, so if you're finding that you can't get your shin parallel to the front of your mat, scoot your foot in a little bit more for me towards your body. And now let's have our chest nice and big and hold it here. All right, let's slowly bring our right foot back. And we're gonna meet again in that downward facing dog position. And let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And relax. So that was our right side. We're gonna go back through this together and do our left side. But how I want you all to submit your points today is I just want to see your downward facing dog. So I want to just go back over that downward facing dog with everybody. So today for your submission, I would just like to see you hold it in a downward facing dog for a couple seconds, maybe about 10 seconds, so I can really watch your form and just make sure everybody's doing good and everybody's staying connected with that pose. So that's how I want you guys to earn your points for this flow today. I would just like to see a downward facing dog. So record that and get it submitted via YouTube link as always. But let's go ahead and go through this on our left side now. That was just our right side. So stay with me guys, we're almost through it. So here we go. Left side. Let's begin standing at the back of our mat. Forward fold, and let's walk it out to that plank. This way we know we're getting set up for that really good downward facing dog position. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your legs are stretched out. Now let's send that tailbone up and back to that downward facing dog. It's okay if you have a slight bend in those knees today. Let's just really focus on pressing evenly through both of our hands, lifting that tailbone up and back. All right, let's inhale our left foot up, point that toe, find some length this morning. Now let's take a big step, all the way up and through the middle of our hands. Now we're gonna hold it here, that low runner's lunge. Sway back and forth, side to side. Good, nice hip stretch here. Now let's drop our right knee down to the floor. Top of that foot goes flat. And let's rise up nice and slow. All right, big inhale here. Arms go all the way up to the ceiling. Let's try to focus on keeping our biceps with our ears. Nice big chest. Chin is lifted, throat's visible, and let's hold. Slowly bring our arms down to prayer hands. And we're gonna do that nice gentle twist here. So let's try to get our right elbow now to the outside of our left knee. So here we go, take a nice big inhale and twist. So, if we're not able to get our elbow on the outside of our knee, that's totally fine. Let's try to get our right hand on our knee, and we can twist this way for a modified version of that. All right, let's return back to the center. Hands down, let's frame our left foot. And we're gonna do that half split. So let's slowly start to straighten out our left leg as we start to sink our hips down and back. If your body's asking for more, you can go a little bit deeper. You can even try to reach your forehead to your knee. Let's hold it here. All right, let's slowly bring it back up. Let's frame the outside of our foot. Pop your right knee up, and we're back to that runner's lunge. Let's leave our right hand down on the ground as we extend our left arm nice and high. Again, let's try to push that floor away. Lengthen our left arm as high as we can to the ceiling and hold it here. Make sure we're looking up past our fingertips. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes back down. Now let's try to scoot our left foot over to our right hand. Let's drop our knee down to the mat. We're going to go back to that pigeon pose. Back legs extended out straight behind you. Now let's try to press into the floor as we lift our chest. We're going to hold it here. All right. Let's go ahead and step that left foot back. Meet me in a downward facing dog one last time. And hold it here. Take a nice big deep breath in for me. Exhale. Now let's slowly walk our hands back to our feet and rise up nice and slow. Whew. All right, everybody. So we just did both sides. Started with the right side, and then we took a little break and ended with the left side. So feel free to go through this flow again this morning. This is a really good way to stretch and wake yourself up for that 1 mile run that's on the schedule this morning. But for your submission, it's short, sweet, and to the point. I just really want to see everybody's downward facing dog. So give me a couple seconds of that, 10 seconds at least, so I can watch your guys' form and get that submitted and head outside for your 1 mile. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Message me or Randy, and